Welcome in, people, to the Not Move Podcast College Football Show 2026. We got football starting in 1 week, baby. I'm your host, Jimmy. With me, we got the crew, Otis, Tinez, Yukon, and we going to be giving you our picks and predictions for all four power conference teams. Sorry, Group of Six, you get no love here. Maybe on the next episode when we preview in week 0. But no, this is the meat and the potatoes, the big four, the power four. How we feeling, boys? Football is back.
About time.
It's about damn.
Get some energy, bro.
Man, I'm feeling
Oh,
good.
it's about time.
Tina's asleep,
I get
man.
to
Come
live
on.
back in reality now. I get to live back in reality now.
Come on. Pipe that up.
Yay!
Oh,
Pipe that
yeah.
up. Come on. We
All
here.
right. So, I mean, we got the college football playoffs way ahead of us here, but the first kickoff weekend, always a tone setter for much of the year. We see where people start to fall short in those big games. The matchups early are pretty favorable for fans of college football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to
All
start
right.
off in the power division? That is my division.
Wow. Jimmy, the power division of the ACC. I don't know.
The power.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I mean, I will say that Miami beat Notre Dame, and we all know that Notre Dame should have won, and they didn't, and that's why they didn't make the playoffs. Let's not have that argument. That's for another day. All right. Anybody who has a Notre Dame fan starts crying, you should stop because they should have won the game. That's it. End of story. That's all I'm going to say. All right. All right. So, odds-on favorite for the ACC is Miami, minus 150 according to FanDuel. Second is Louisville and SMU at plus 750, and Clemson at fourth at plus 1600, and those Wahoos of Jimmy at plus 2,000. Guys, what are we thinking in the ACC? Your top five, and then give me a dark horse that you think is going to compete for this conference championship.
Listen, man. Miami hasn't won the conference in 26 years. That's longer than I've been alive. All right. I think they're due. Their schedule ain't nothing. They play one game. It's you guys. They're probably gonna lose that game regardless. Um, I it's hard to bet against Miami. I think Miami will be there. Um, I think it'll be Miami versus Virginia as a homer. I'll take it my team. I think we have a favorable schedule. I think in that ACC race, I think it'll be Louisville and SMU in the 3 and the 4. They'll probably cannibalize each other and end up taking up some other competitions out. And then I got Virginia Tech, James Franklin making a splash, but not getting to the top of the mountain just yet. And then my dark horse team is the Cal Bears, the Calgorithm, Jaron Kway Sangapulatele, one of the best quarterbacks, not only in the not in the conference, but in the country, making it pretty hard and pretty difficult for teams to overlook them this year. That's how I see it shaking out.
All right, Tinez, what are you thinking in the ACC?
I mean, honestly, man, the way it's looking, I'm gonna have to disagree. I think Clemson's gonna do a lot better than most people think. I actually have Clemson probably going second. I do have Miami being first though, and probably winning at ACC, and probably only losing to Notre Dame. I have heard their schedule hasn't really been that well this year, which is kind of shocking because normally they usually have a very hefty schedule as of history, but things change. But I do have Clemson being in that second. Then I do have SMU and then Virginia being in their fifth. You said who was the last one that was in there? Louisville?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that would be Louisville in the remaining. Yeah, I probably would bump them down to fifth just because, I mean, really you can argue those three being in a really tough conversation, but I just don't feel like Louisville can have the capabilities of getting together. Unlike Virginia, they've actually been striving, they've been battling these past recent years. Even though I know they lost a lot, but they still have that culture behind them. So it's only a matter of time if they can grow and stay consistent. So that's the way I'm looking at it right now. Can these guys keep that consistency?
All right, Yukon, what are you thinking? ACC contenders and pretenders. What's up?
Y'all gonna think I'm weird for this one, but I don't even have Miami winning it.
I'm not mad at it. They've never done
No,
it
it's
before.
not a yeah.
Mario
I-
Cristobal tends to
Who
fall.
do you have winning it?
I have Clemson.
The Dabo believers, man, two of them.
It's not just the Dabo believers, bro. You're gonna see a little bit more competition this year, especially with the way some of these schedules are slated up.
On my man.
Third I've got Louisville.
Okay.
Like we said, they're gonna be doing some beating up, so it's not hard to see them do that. Fourth, I got SMU. If I remember right, they're probably gonna lose. I don't care if whoever they decide to fumble the bag third, fourth week like they normally did the last couple of years. Fourth, I got Virginia. I don't. Not much to say because like 5, 6, and 7, like there's a mix of people. I mean, you like Virginia, like Cal, and my dark horse in North Carolina.
No way you just said that, bro. You believing in Bill
You love the
Belichick
Bill Belichick's, huh?
in Bill
I
Belichick in
I don't
2026,
believe in
man?
I don't believe in the Bill Belichick. I believe in his wife.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Yukon on the stand-up comedy today.
You ain't lying. All right. So for me in the ACC, I do like Miami to win this conference. I feel like, bringing in Mensa is just another opportunity for them to bring back the offense that they had. He fits it well. And I also feel like Louisville and SMU, who are the co-second favorites according to FanDuel, are not necessarily going to come to fruition. Many people think that Clemson is a contender, which is my fourth, and then Virginia fifth. I think the dark horse here, though, is a team that's got a new head coach, and that's Virginia Tech. Typically, Franklin does well in the first couple years and then falls right off the cliff, and will bring one season back, which is what happened with Penn State, and from there, it's just a downward spiral. So I think this year or next year is probably going to be where Virginia Tech is going to really compete, and then based on track record, Franklin may just take that dive again.
Not mad at that either. I don't know. I think the scenery has changed and the names will change to the games he loses to. But he I just don't know if he's a big game player, man.
Agreed. I mean, that first year when he upset, or the second year when he upset Ohio State with the block punt, that was kind of like that. That was the peak, and then they lost to Notre Dame 2 years ago. So, I mean, it's
No, I hear you.
yeah.
I'm
All right, so wrapping up the ACC, moving on to the Big 12. Tinez, what do you got?
Oh, Big 12. I mean, right now winning this one. I mean, I think it's gonna be between Texas Tech and BYU again. Honestly, I think it's gonna be between those two schools. I mean, I feel like them two have just been battling it out. I think Utah can maybe be in that conversation, being in that third, maybe fourth, with Houston. But I feel like the top two is gonna stay between BYU and Texas Tech. Now, the dark horse, I feel like in this conference, I feel like it's either going to be between Iowa State or Arizona. I feel like those two have just been very consistent. Even though they've lost a lot of assets in recent years, they've still been very consistent in their conference when it comes to being competitive. Excuse my grammar. But overall, I feel like those are going to be between the two dark horse teams. However way you guys pick it, that's up to you guys, but those are probably the two for me.
Gotcha. Yukon, what are you looking at in the Big 12?
The Big 12 to me is like the AFC, South, right? You got two that stand atop, and then it's a complete and utter drop off, right? So BYU and Texas Tech, yeah, you got them, right? Then after that, it's a significant drop off. I don't see anybody that made any drastic changes that would have solidified them as a true number 3 in that conference, right? Nobody. Sorry. Period. But dark horse wise, that one's fun, right? And I'm just gonna throw a name out there. If he gets the snaps and the reps that he deserves, he's gonna be a problem. and that's Zellington from Baylor. He's a freshman. Baylor could be a dark horse. I mean, I'm sorry. When your average weight of your O-line, the
Yeah.
average weight of your O-line, Tinez, when that is bigger than Ohio State over the last 5 years, yeah.
No, I mean, I forgot Baylor. You right. I forgot Baylor too. You can argue them as well. Definitely.
I don't think you guys know what you're talking about in the Big 12. Right? It's terrible.
Oh, you know what you've been breaking down. How
Let
you
me
been?
get-
Jimmy
no,
just
listen,
Jimmy just
listen.
ripping it right off here,
You know
man.
Tinez, you
with
said
the
Iowa.
beautiful
You said Iowa.
glass
Hold
ball
on,
you got.
no,
Let's see what
hold
type
on.
of crystal ball.
You said Iowa State is a dark horse team. Iowa State is going to be one of the worst teams in the FBS this year, bro. They are
Yeah.
going to suck. All right,
Yeah.
suck. Their win total was 3.5, and they go under. First of all, second of all, listen,
I mean,
the Big
compared to
12.
teams like Arizona or Kansas, I don't know what worse you can really get.
Nah, the Big 12.
I don't
is
really
the-
know. I mean, when
Shut
you got
up and let
when
me
you got
talk, man.
Kansas. And
All right,
that-
give him
the-
his space.
the-
Calm
the
down,
big-
boys.
how
To your
bad you were
corners.
thinking them,
To your
7
corners. To
times?
your corners.
The Big 12 is razor thin, razor close margins, man. I agree with the top. It's Texas Tech and it's BYU, but Texas Tech has injury problems at QB. Is Will Heyman ready to go? Is he not? I still think their offensive line and defensive line will keep them in games regardless. BYU, they can't pass the ball, but Barry Montmeyer is pretty solid running the ball at QB. He's in the sophomore season. He'll probably, make the Cougs scrappable again. And like I said, they dominate the line of scrimmage like they did last year. Got a lot of return guys. In the 3 spot, man, I believe in Oklahoma State. Drew Mestamaker, this North Texas team, basically just all coming over. Scoring a lot of points, and a lot of points is what you need in the Big 12 when there is no defense. All right. And then Houston is the 4 spot. I think Houston has a favorable schedule. Connor Wegman, Willie Fritz, solid quarterback, coach combo. Been low-key building for the past couple of years. I think it comes to fruition. And then my dark horse team is Kansas State. Yes, the team that fought on the Avery Johnson's dad and his brother were fighting in Ireland. But guess what? They don't go to Ireland this year. And their coach is the Texas A&M offensive coordinator Klein, and I think he elevated Marcel Reed, and I think he can elevate Avery Johnson. So that's how you run the Big 12, right there.
See, here's hold on.
Can
Here's
I get a
the
chance? Is that allowed? Is this guy allowed to talk?
can I say something to Jimmy about that real quick?
sure,
Right?
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Please respond.
And here's what I'm going to put out there, right? And we've said it a lot here recently when we talk NFL, right? This quarterback is arguably going behind the best O-line that he's played behind, right? And y'all can say what y'all want about Florida. DJ Lagway in that offense is going to give them a wrinkle that they have not had in a few years. And with Raylan Morris and that O-line average weight of 320, best O-line he's played behind, arguably, and they've got the receivers that could get that separation. I'm not going to be surprised if Baylor actually makes noise this year.
No, I'm not mad at the Baylor pick, to be
I'm not
honest.
mad.
I think
I'm not mad at
they're up and
Baylor.
down, but I'm still taking their under. But let me hear what Otis got to say for the Big 12. He was here last year. Me and him were talking about the wars of the Big 12 last year a lot.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we loved Texas Tech last year, Jimmy. We were all over that apparently problem child of Sorsby after he came in and miraculously turned that season around.
Who doesn't like to put some money on games? All right. Who doesn't?
Exactly, right? Like, listen, what are we on here for if we're not talking about that? And it's not going to veer from what we've started out in the beginning. Like you guys all said, Texas Tech minus 105 to win the conference. BYU plus 500. Utah surprisingly at plus 900. Me and Jimmy are on the same page. This is going to be a team that takes a dive after losing Kyle Whittingham. I don't think that they're going to, keep that same steady pace. It'll take a few years before they get right back in. TCU at plus 1,700. Jimmy's OK State for me is the 5th team at plus 2,700, Jimmy. So I'm not saying nothing, but like 2,700 is a pretty big number for somebody.
What's Baylor at?
Let me look.
Probably a
Hold on.
lot
I
longer.
will look right now. Baylor
Over
is plus 4,000.
Yeah.
They're tied with the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Take me home, country roads, because that's where they're both going, in my opinion. But it's neither here nor there. The dark horse here for me is Houston. I feel like Houston is a team that could make a big push. They just need one good victory in their schedule, in the beginning of Big 12 play to get their train rolling. And, that might be a value pick. Okay, according to Jimmy, 2,700, you put 10 cents down, which is my go-to. Okay. You're winning $27, man. Okay.
And you put mine unit down, you win 2,700.
That's true. Everybody can't be rich, but
I'm not, but here we roll.
yeah. So before we move on, here is a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, right.
The Not Move podcast presents The Dribble every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Brought to you by FantasyDailies.com. Get the edge on your lineup.
The Not Move podcast is fueled by Dubby Energy. Smooth, jitter-free focus, and flavors that slap. Mango, berry, watermelon. Whatever gets you locked in, they've got it. Hit up Dubby.gg, use promo code NOTMOVED, and snag 10% off your order. Stay not moved, stay energized.
Number Friday nights, 9 Eastern. It's The Dribble, NBA edition on the Not Move podcast. We break down the week, the trades, the highlights, everything around the league. Tap in, chop it up with us, and get the takes that move the game forward. Stay not moved.
The Not Moved podcast drop is here. Snapbacks, hoodies, mugs, stickers, totes, everything you need to rep the convo everywhere you go. Limited run, unlimited style. Tap the link, fill the cart, and
tap into the Not Moved podcast every Friday night at 8 Eastern.
We're bringing the scrap sheet, UFC edition.
Every jab, every takedown, every headline.
All the fights, all the drama, all the picks, right here.
Watch live on YouTube or listen anywhere you get your podcasts. Hit follow, hit subscribe.
And stay not moved.
Need some new Not Move drip? The In the Wickets hoodie just dropped. Super soft fleece, heavyweight feel, and the official NMP patch on the sleeve. Tap add to cart, check out, and let us handle the rest. In a couple days, it shows up at your door, ready to rock. Rep the podcast from the couch to the tip.
Every Thursday night, the Not Move podcast drops a new episode of
In the Wickets,
our deep dive on everything around the NHL.
We break down the plays, the trades, the stats, and the stories that matter.
Plus a few hot takes along the way.
Join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern, or catch it on your favorite podcast app right after.
Same energy, same on.
Tuesday nights just got louder. Ringside Rewind is live every week, 9 Eastern.
We're breaking down Raw, SmackDown, and everything leading into the weekend. If it happens between the ropes, we're talking about it.
Deep dives, hot takes, and a few surprise
and
replays.
A whole lot of arguing.
Yeah, but the good kind.
Ringside.
The Orphan Elimination Chamber tee just dropped. Fresh out the box. Look at this.
That print is nasty. Chain link O, silver hit. It's tough.
It's soft too, y'all. Fits right. Little drip for the Elimination Chamber weekend.
We rocking these all season.
If you're part of the Not Move fam, you already know.
Jump on it before it's
gone. Grab yours now at Not Move Shop.
Episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by the MLB Shop. They have every team's gear, from classic caps to World Baseball Classic hoodies, all official and all ready for game day. Tap the link in our bio to head straight to the shop and snag your favorite merch.
The drop is here. NMP gear built for every day and game day. Hoodies, mugs, and the Coach Common jersey in bold gold. Rep the movement. Feel the energy. Shop new arrivals.
If you're craving baseball talk that doesn't flinch, tap in with us Monday nights at 8 Eastern.
It's the Rusty Mitt MLB edition of the Not Move podcast. Breakdowns, debates, all the swings and misses without the fake fluff.
Join us live or catch the replay wherever you get your pods. Rusty Mitt, not moved. Stay not moved.
Attention Not Move Nation. Our first ever jersey has landed. The NMP by JB Sport Talk collab brings premium mesh, bold gold accents, and that undeniable game day energy. Plus, hoodie drop.
Today's episode of Not Moved is brought to you by Open Goal, the world's #1 backyard goal. If you love soccer but hate chasing balls into the neighbor's yard, this thing is a game changer. Its rebound net sends missed shots right back to you, and the side nets keep your landscaping and your windows safe. It's perfect for kids, for training, or just having fun.
Today's episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by Walmart.com. With our storefront in the Walmart app, you can get everything you need. Pick up or have it delivered.
We ordered dinner while recording and it showed up before we wrapped.
Better good sweet corn and burrata ravioli.
Nuri protein drinks, even St. Patrick's Day treats.
Walmart.com.
Not Move, fam. Southgate edition just landed and it's fire. Check the tee, watch out for the skis and the wickets. Hockey stick, cricket wickets, all vibes. We got hoodies, mugs, caps, beanies, whatever you need. Cop yours before they...
At the Not Move podcast, just drop the gear.
Heavyweight hoodies, premium cotton, street ready.
Caps, mugs, and more. Every detail on point.
Whether you're hooping, tailgating, or just repping the pod, NMP fits the culture.
Limited drops. When they're gone, they're gone.
Cop yours today at notmoveshop.fourthwall.com.
They need to get their lunch.
We back.
All right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, before we get there, okay, just want to let you know about Fantasy Dailies. All your betting needs, you can go to Fantasy Dailies and put in any leg parlays you like. They have an AI parlay that they can put together for you for your NFL needs. All right, so we're going to move on now to the Big Ten. And we have a heated debate going to happen just a few moments from now. We're going to start out with Tinez. We're going to go to Jimmy. Then we'll see me, and then Yukon will get after it with Tinez. But we'll save the cage match for a few minutes later.
Every time after the ads, my phone freezes up and I can't hear nobody.
Okay. No worries. We're back in here, though. All right, go ahead, Jimmy. I mean, Tinez, you're first.
All right.
Yeah, let the Buckeye go.
As the Big Ten representative of this year, my top 5 predictions for the Big Ten are Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, Michigan, and USC being my dark horse. I think Ohio State has added a lot this year, so has Oregon. They've been battling. I feel like Indiana, they lost a little bit too much. And I feel like Michigan has been staying consistent. Even though they haven't been the best, but they've been battling and staying consistent. I know their front office has been dealing with a lot of issues, but I know them as players can get the job done. And USC, yeah, they have a very rough schedule, but overall, they've been having some pretty rough schedules these last couple of years and been battling. So at the end of the day, there's only going to be room for growth from there. That's the way I view it.
Not mad at it. It's all right. It's a little different than what I got, but hey, this is what we got. We all got opinions. Everyone got one. How I see it going down, Tina, is I got Oregon in the conference championship against Indiana, 1 and 2. I think those are the 2 best teams in the conference. Ohio State gets 3rd. This is the hardest schedule they've had in years. I think they're going to be in the spot to where they can not be in the national championship or not be in the Big Ten championship and still make the playoff. I think that's the spot they want, and I think that's the spot they're going to get.
Beating Indiana or Oregon this year.
We'll see. Well, when it comes to that, we'll get there.
I'm asking.
We'll see on the break. I don't want to take picks too early, man. But those are the big 3, and then in 4th place, I got Penn State just because the Penn State Nittany Cyclones, because that's where all Iowa State went, is Penn State. I think Matt Campbell's a solid coach. Rocco Beck's a good quarterback. Their schedule is cake, absolute cake. They should end up being 10 and 2, 9 and 3, prop more than likely, pretty easily, just because they don't got nobody to play. And then in 5th place, I got the Wolverines. I think Kyle Whittingham, great coach, going to turn that program around. I don't know if it's going to be all in 1 year, but I think they go like 8-4, 9-3 in that conversation as well. Then my dark horse team is the UCLA Bruins, man. I've seen the James Madison coach take a Big Ten school that was terrible and make them national champs. I think UCLA has a lot more. They got some talent over there. Bob Chesney's a good coach. Nico
you give them more grace to the
Imaleva.
Big Ten because the Big Ten got them in 14th this year.
What you say?
I don't see that.
What are you talking about,
I
bro?
understand the rest of them though, but UCLA.
I think they're not gonna be in the top 5, but they're gonna be a team that's gonna be upsetting people pretty easily, bro. I think
Nico probably between like 8th, 6th.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think they're winning 7-8 games. I think there's a favorable schedule. They don't got nothing crazy.
I don't know.
What you got, Otis?
All right. So, odds makers for FanDuel, plus money on Ohio State, which is probably a pretty good thing that you can get plus money on Ohio State, considering the other 2 conferences we previewed already had minus favorites. Then Oregon plus 270, Indiana plus 300. Then it's a deep fall off there after that. USC at plus 1,400, Michigan at plus 1,600. And then my dark horse this year, as we said before, Jimmy talked about having a pretty solid coaching staff and bringing people over from Iowa State. Me and Jimmy loved Rocco Beck last year as a really intriguing quarterback who has tenacity, and he really reminds me of a Baker Mayfield who can run a little bit more. But I like Penn State as the dark horse in the Big Ten. And just to put the number out there, Jimmy, not adding or taking away validity, the plus number for UCLA is 12,500.
Oh, really? What's the? I need their win total. I want to see their win total because I think they go
I'd
over.
have to look that up, but I'm just
Okay.
telling you what it is to win the conference. All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now to kind of battle royal out here at the end is going to be Yukon, and I'm sure Tinez is going to have a problem. So go ahead, Yukon.
Oh, I know for a fact Tinez is going to have a problem.
This is what we like. Come on.
I know
man.
for a fact he's going to have a problem, right? Because at number one, I got Indiana. They're going to repeat. I have them losing to Oregon in the regular season, but getting a leg back in the Big Ten championship. Oregon will
So
be
you
number
got
2.
Oregon at 2. Okay.
I got
Okay.
Oregon at 2.
We got them flipped. But we on the same page. All right. All right.
Here's where it gets spicy, right? Because I've seen the acquisitions of some of these teams. I've seen the moves that they've made. And Ohio State does have a tough schedule. I've got Michigan number 3.
That's great.
I think Michigan's going to sneak away with 2 losses, those losses being Ohio State and Indiana, right? And here's why I got Ohio State where I got them at 4, right? Again, tough schedule, right? And just, for those of you watching that don't know, right? I'm going to put this out there for you. Week 2 at Texas. Week 3, 4, 5 at Iowa, where those games get wild, right? No time determined yet for that one. And that one's normally a night game for Iowa, right? 2 weeks after that, you're at Indiana, followed by at USC. And then 6 days later, you're facing Oregon. And then you finish off your season at home against Michigan. Ohio State could lose 3. That's a weird stretch for them. They could lose 3. They could lose to Texas, but I have them at 4, right?
So you see Michigan beating Oklahoma.
I see Michigan beating them, yes.
I don't.
Or no. I said Michigan beat them. I have Ohio State losing to Texas, Indiana, and Oregon.
Yeah, so you got Michigan beating Oklahoma.
I've got them beating Michigan. I just have Michigan losing twice, right?
That is a bold statement, my friend. That is a bold statement. I'm not mad because of how you guys POV the schedule, because these are just preseason predictions. At the end of the day, the season hasn't really came about yet.
Hold on, I'm not even done. Right?
Bold prediction, sir. That is a very good prediction.
I'm not even done. Number 5, I've got Iowa.
The Hawkeyes. Huh?
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even.
Iowa's got a really favorable schedule, and then we've talked about dark horses and stuff like that. I got to put it out there. I've got Penn State at 6, but my dark horse for this year, as long as he can get his turnovers under control and stop trying to play like RG3, I think Maryland and that offense can make some noise with Malik Washington.
Wow.
I was
okay. All right. That is a bold. You have a bunch of bold predictions, Yukon.
I was heavy on Maryland last year.
Let me put out the numbers here real quick, Tinez, before you respond. Okay. Maryland, even darker than the UCLA at 40,000 plus 40,000 to win the conference. All right. The number for UCLA Bruins wins, Jimmy, 6.5.
They go over there. They get that. I think they got that.
All right. Tinez. What do you got to say to Yukon?
Just bold statement. I'll wait till the future. I'm gonna wait till
he's flabbergasted, man.
I will. Hey, trust me. It's a bold prediction, but I will be back when we have this conversation and I see them bumped. I will have this conversation with you.
I think it's you took his rival.
I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna leave it
100%.
The season hasn't started yet.
100%. That's what it's about. Because if somebody came in here and told me that the Rams were going to crap all over the Niners, or that Miami was going to beat the crap out of Notre Dame, then I would probably be I'd have my back up a little bit too. By the way, Maryland's number is 5.5 on wins.
I think they can do that. Maryland's a good team. I like Malik Washington. I was on Malik Washington last year.
Yep.
Otis.
Yes, you were. Yes, you
and
were.
They retooled that receiving room too. So I mean, and he's got a competent running back. So I really want to see what they can do this year.
And
There's
let's not pretend, guys, that this is the deepest conference of the Power Four.
No,
that
it's
we're
not.
talking about.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The
Yes, it
SEC
is.
is deeper, man. Come
No,
on,
man.
come
No.
on.
I'm talking about like conference play against
This
each
is-
other, not against the rest of the country, against each other.
Yeah, this is a lot. The Big Ten is pretty deep on when it comes to that.
I think the SEC is deep, man. SEC is really deep.
I'm saying I think it's pretty. That's fine. We all have opinions. Jimmy, yours stinks, but who cares?
Hey, man.
All right, so now we bring on the big boy on the block that everybody talks about every year, and how they play such a tough schedule, and Notre Dame doesn't play anybody, and
all valid points.
Oh, did I didn't mean to bring Notre Dame into it because I
you
forgot.
haven't lied once in this statement that you're making currently.
Well, last time we had a pretty close game with A&M, and we beat Georgia in the playoffs. But who's counting? So the odds here for the SEC, and they're very tight in the first two, and then tight in the next three. So Georgia plus 270 to win the conference. Texas plus 340. Obviously, Arch Manning having an influence there. His second year, I actually don't have a problem with someone if they were to say Texas could win the SEC. Then LSU, A&M, and Ole Miss are LSU plus 900, Ole Miss at plus 1,000, and A&M plus 1,100. And I think that the reason I say that they're deep is Big Ten is deep is because those next five teams after the first three favorites are closer in odds than in the SEC. My dark horse in the SEC is the Tennessee Volunteers at plus 1,800. All right. So Jimmy,
sitting
what
up
do you
there
think
on
of
Rocky
the
Top.
SEC? Huh?
So you sitting up there on Rocky Top, man. I like
Yeah,
it, man.
unfortunately, I don't really like that team, but it is what it is.
Hey,
Go ahead,
man, I'm
Jimmy.
not
What do you
mad.
got for the SEC?
I think this is similar to the Big 12 where there's two teams at the top of the mountain and everything else is like really packed in tight where any team can beat anybody on any given day. How I see it, I got Georgia and Texas in the conference championship where Georgia wins in the regular season, Texas wins in the championship. I see the Longhorns. I believe in Arch. If you don't believe in Arch, I feel like you're going to after this year. What that kid can do is crazy. And finally, he has help now. Like that offense is loaded with talent. Third place, I mean, when you spend $40 million on a roster, I think you got to be in the conversation. LSU, Sam Levitt. I'm not the biggest Sam Levitt guy, but I've seen what Lane Kiffin can get out of quarterbacks, and I think they're going to be in the conversation in the hunt in the playoff picture. Number 4, I have Oklahoma. Brent Venables, man. John Mateer, this man's jacked now. This whole team last year, they were like right in until his hand got hurt. They return a lot. Their defense is nasty. They got my boy Trell Harris, which sucks because I want him back on Virginia, but he's a good receiver for Mateer. And then 5th place, I'm gonna go with the Tide, man. I just can't get over the Tide. I don't want to put them down too much. And I think Ole Miss is barely being on the outside of that. I think losing your offensive coordinator and your coach is going to drop them down. I don't see them being as good as what they were, even though they still have a talented offense. And then my dark horse is the Florida Gators, man. John Summerall, Faulkner, the offense they're going to have is pretty good as long as they can get Philo, going. I think the weapons they got pretty solid.
And Tinez, what you got, buddy?
Alrighty. Well, I think me and Jimmy are probably on the same page from 1 to 3. I have 2 Texas being at 1 and winning the SEC. I have 2 being Georgia, and then 3 being LSU. My 4 though is actually going to be Alabama. And my 5, I'm actually going to agree with you too, Otis. I would say Tennessee being in there. I mean, they deserve it. They've been battling. They've always been I think between them, Oklahoma, you can really argue getting it. So that's what I would say would be my dark horses. But the top 3, yeah, no conversation there, what Jimmy said.
Yeah. And Yukon, what are you thinking about the SEC this year?
So obviously SEC, like we said about the Big 12, right? You have your Texas and your Georgia, right? Then after that, it gets a little spotty. To me, like Jimmy said, LSU, they have to put something together. And I'm a Levin fan. I really want to see what they are able to get out of them this year. After LSU, I've got Texas A&M. Like we said about Ole Miss losing head coach and OC, that's going to play a part. That Oklahoma team, I just hope they stay injury free because then they can make some noise. But I still got them at 5, right? My dark horse, and this is just because they have a favorable schedule up until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up until week 7. They have a pretty favorable schedule. Then they play at Texas A&M, followed by at Ole Miss, or they play Texas A&M at home, and then they go and they play at Ole Miss.
Is it Florida?
No, and I have them beating. I have them beating Ole Miss. I have them actually having 3 losses in the SEC, and arguably the best running back in the country. And they retooled their interior O-line, which they needed to do last year. And I got Missouri as the dark horse.
Interesting. That's an interesting pick. Missouri is plus 3,500 to win the conference. So just putting a number to what your prediction is. Anybody think that that it's a possibility that Auburn could compete here? Just curious.
They lost too much.
I think their defense will be all right. I think Byron Brown's he's a solid quarterback. Just the schedule is not the greatest for them.
No, it's not.
I think they'll be competing. I think they'll be in more games than they were last year.
Well, how many games does it say that Florida, the over and under for Florida on wins?
Florida? All right, hold on.
It should be. I think it's.
I think it was 7. I think it was 7.
I think it's 7.5. Yeah.
Let me make sure.
I can't get behind you on the Missouri thing, man. I just don't like Austin Simmons at all.
I don't like Simmons, but
was
okay. So they're 7.5, right? Here's Florida starting week 3 at Auburn, at home against Ole Miss, at Missouri, at home against South Carolina, at Texas, at home against Georgia and Oklahoma, at Kentucky, who always steals one from some random team every year. Then they go home to play Vanderbilt, and then last game of the season is at Florida State.
Yeah,
I don't see them getting 6 wins.
I think their first 6 are winnable. It's just after that it gets bad fast.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma. You got to go through that 3-game gauntlet and then have Kentucky, who's always plays everybody.
It's a trap game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Will Stein over there at Kentucky with Minchie, I think that's an underrated team. Oh,
yeah.
The problem with them is they gave $6 million to their basketball guy, Wachinski, something Ski. I can't remember his name.
Filipowski?
No. That's a Duke guy, man. Is there another one? Has he got a brother? That dude's in the NBA.
Bro, there's a bunch of Filipowskis.
I don't know.
Janikowski, Swanikowski. I mean, there's a bunch of skis.
It's something, and they gave him $6 million, so that's less money for the football team. That's the only reason I didn't pick them as my dark horse, because I really like Will Stein, and I think he's a good coach, and I think him picking Minchie was definitely like intentional. And they're I don't think they're a walkover team.
And Minchie's not a bad quarterback, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. He's already learned from very good quarterback coaches and OCs, and arguably the best coach in college football, Marcus Freeman.
I mean, it's not. I mean, what are we talking about? It's not even arguable. I don't know why we're even having this argument.
Currently, I'd put him in the top 5, maybe, but I can't say he's the best, bro.
The best.
the best is Sig right now, bro. Yeah, I don't think that's
Yeah,
arguable.
yeah. You can't
I
take
would
nothing
put,
away from Sig, but him and
I would put Sig and Kirby at 1 and 2, and then the rest between Freeman, Day, and whoever you want to put in that 5
Oh,
spot.
yeah,
I think
that's
the
true.
1 and
I
the
mean,
2.
I can get
Right.
behind that, but Freeman's better than Day, so we're
I
okay with
forgot.
that.
I forgot that Notre Dame and Indiana never played before. I forgot that.
I know they did, you know, and that's never mind.
Maybe,
we gonna leave that one alone, you know. I didn't know 99-yard touchdown runs just happen easily.
Yeah, man. Maybe you'll get 'em in
By the way,
playoffs.
Missouri's win total 6.5 according to FanDuel.
I think they could get that.
They're almost a pick 'em. They're almost a pick 'em at it's 105 minus 105 under and minus 115 over. So
I just don't know,
slightly
but
above.
with Ahmad Hardy's health, bro, I don't know if he's playing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's.
I mean,
going
but they
on over
also
there.
got Roberts behind him, that dude's a bulldozer. Yeah, that man is a tank. Like I'm sorry, like when your speed is damn near identical to what Hardy is, and let me just put this into perspective, right? Hardy is 5'10", 210 pounds, right? Jamal Roberts is 6 foot 215.
So 2 inches and 5 pounds does a lot. Does do a lot. I'm not gonna hold you.
I mean, running behind guys that are 6'5", 6'6", 320 plus. Let's be real.
Yeah, man.
That's bulldozers waiting to happen.
I still can't believe Tina said the Iowa State Cyclones are a dark horse team this year, bro. They suck.
And you said Kansas, so you might.
I didn't say Kansas. I
He said Kansas State.
I said Kansas
Yeah, I know.
State.
He
Get it
said
right.
Kansas
I'm not
State.
no Jayhawk. I'm a Wildcat, buddy.
Hey,
The Wildcat, bro. Their schedule is so light. I think they can be in that conversation for the Big 12, man.
They could.
I could give you the worst teams from each conference, Tinez, if you want me to. It's Iowa State, it's Boston College, it's Purdue, and it's Arkansas. That's the Big 12.
I don't even think Purdue's the worst in the Big Ten this year after what Northwestern lost.
You could argue Northwestern.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Northwestern always catches people. Like they're opening that new stadium. Who knows, man? Maybe they got some magic in the air over there. They're not going to be that good. Who's their? They got some new coach. I forgot who it was.
1 year they did, Brian.
Who did they just hire?
I
They hired
forgot
someone who's not bad. He's all right.
I don't remember exactly who they hired, but
I just don't know about Purdue, bro. Purdue's just.
David Braun from Washington, right? Is that where he was from?
I believe so.
Purdue could win 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 games.
Yeah, that's the number's 3.5 right now. The number's 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got Purdue.
Northwestern is
being better than
5.5.
Northwestern. Yeah.
You said Northwestern is 5.5? Hold on, let me go.
Yeah.
Look at this. I gotta see this. Where
No,
the
you're just doing predictions for.
well,
for
1,
Memphis.
2. Where do they see 5.5?
Hey man, I don't make the numbers up. That's just what.
Bro,
that's just what-
so Northwestern's the team that could set her there and fuck around and lose to South Dakota State. Let's be real. But you got South Dakota State followed by Colorado, both at home. Then you go and play at Indiana. Then you play Penn State. Maybe they might beat Ball State. And you got to face Michigan State, who could still run it down your throat like they did the last couple of years. Then you got Rutgers, who I'm not sleeping on Rutgers front seven. Oregon, Iowa, Ohio State. Then you have to go and play at Minnesota after you've done get thrashed upon by Ohio State, and then you finish the year at Illinois. Yeah, I don't see where they see 5.5 wins, maybe 4.
I hear you.
Yeah.
God, that's a brutal. That's a brutal, low key, a brutal schedule.
You just gave a rundown of the Northwestern Wildcats, who have about maybe as many fans as is in my city right now, and that's being generous.
I don't even see their fans half the time.
Yeah, it's just their alma mater base, bro.
No.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a Northwestern fan. I don't know.
I could open both. I could open both eyes and still not see him.
Okay. I think that'll do it for the Not Move College Football Show preview and prediction episode. You heard who we got, who we don't got, who we're sleeping on, who we're not. Let us know what your thoughts are. And we'll be back to break down week 0 on Wednesday around 8 p.m. Eastern time, maybe a little later, depending. We'll see.
Yeah, that's right. Somewhere around between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour, right here, you'll get our predictions for week 0. Some big matchups, some things that are going to happen that we might not see happening. And we'll give you all the latest on that as we move toward the week 0. Thanks for joining us here at the Not Move Podcast College Football Preview Show. Thanks to Tinez, Yukon, and Jimmy. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Yes, sir.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.